Welcome to our YouTube channel. Your host Uganda'S here at MX Media. Today we are here at Good Hope Navlagala Primary School with Mr. SSERUWU John, the head teacher and also the director of the school. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Madam Naswiba.
Today, welcome to our MX Media channel.
Thank you for the opportunity given to me.
Our viewer out there would like to know who is Mr. SSERUWU John and what does he do at Navlagala?
Mr. SSERUWU Alex John. I'm the head teacher of this school, Good Hope Navlagala Primary School. I'm the Secretary General of National Private Education Institutions Association. As well, I'm a teacher by profession.
Saying that of being a teacher by profession, let's start from there. We've seen the government is there has been a debate for quite some time that teachers should have a degree or should hold a degree. What is your take on this issue?
It's laughable. Why? One, if you look at all courses where a degree is a requirement, you realize that government has the biggest stake. Say, for example, in law, many judges, all judges are employed by government. Many lawyers are employed by government. Now, when you go to medicine, we have senior four candidates who branch off to certificate level and then they upgrade. We do have in the media, you look at how it is. You can branch off from this from a senior four, then go to the certificate and then upgrade. Then when you look at courses mainly that government focuses on with degree holders, that is population studies, that is statistics, among others. Those people are majorly employed by government. When you come to the reality today, we as private schools, we employ 80% of teachers in this country. We employ the biggest number of educated people in the formal sector in this country, meaning that we are catering for all levels, those people who have certificates, diplomas and degrees. And all we need to understand is there is no scientific proof world over that a person with a degree is a better teacher and efficient, competent more than any other. Meaning that regardless of the qualification, there are other factors that lead to competence and efficiency of a person. Meaning that the ones who proposing these laws today were educated by moreover grade 2 teachers who were P7 leavers. The senior 4 leavers who went on to qualify as teachers. Yeah? The people who taught the current technocrats proposing these laws. 2, we need to understand that the best doctors we've been having, or Uganda has produced, the best politicians, the best leaders, the best engineers that Uganda has produced were produced by grade 3 teachers, diploma teachers at a primary level in this country. What does it mean? We need to see what is the main problem of this country in the education sector. Is it the qualification of teachers or the infrastructure? Is it the quality of teaching? Where is the actual problem? If we look at the diploma or the certificate, is the content they are learning or they are training these children adequate enough or not? Is it that when they go to the degree level, what they have been studying,
is it anyway different?
Is it different? You understand?
Yes.
So that's why I say there are more underlying factors than a degree that we need to address in the education sector.
So what you're trying to say, it doesn't matter whether you're holding a certificate level or diploma or degree. What matters, it is what you can offer to the students.
The kind of training you are going through is what matters most. You understand? I will give you an example. One, if you get the content at the degree level and you lower it to a diploma level and you train these people to qualify for a diploma with the content related to a degree level, it implies that these people will come out when they're competent. A degree, as per the term degree, would be actually much honored than just being said. Do you know that we have some degree holders who cannot write even an application?
True.
Do you know that we have a degree holders who can't express themselves before others?
True.
Yeah? So what does it mean? The quality of education does not only stop in the papers. It goes beyond the kind of training our teachers get. If the training is not improved, even when we say degree level, when the training is still poor, again it will not yield the results. Then too, I see this move as aimed at closing private schools, many private schools, and even government. We have wooden structured schools in rural areas that cannot afford to pay a teacher of 500,000 shillings. How many degree holders will yearn to go to that school? We have government schools that are grass hatched, that are under mango trees. Eh? How many degree holders would you prefer sending your child to school, graduates with a degree in education, and then you send that child is posted in a mango tree primary school?
No one can.
So now, the biggest factor is we need to first improve the infrastructure. We need to first improve the welfare of teachers. Then we look at the qualification. Government is blundering. I will give you an example. When they increased the salaries of teachers for sciences, they didn't make an impact in terms of results last year in SSERUWU.
No.
Did it show a great improvement in the performance of UCE sciences? So that means that government is missing a point. The motivation is number one. How do you motivate these people? How do they feel proud? Can they feel proud? Yeah? So it's not a matter of just having a degree. Can they feel proud of their job? Can they love their job? Can they miss, if you tell them you're out of this job, can they feel that they're missing the job?
Yes.
So that means that you need to first restore the glory of teachers, not by putting a degree, but by putting up realistic structures that uplift the glory of teachers. Two, can schools manage to pay graduate teachers across the country?
If you can.
Meaning that you're going to force so many schools to close. Where will government put these children? If currently, out of the 22 million children we have in this country, we have only 15 children going to school. 7 million are unable to go to school. If 7 million are unable to go to school, then tell me what will happen if again so many private schools that are holding 8 million Ugandan children are closed because they are unable to pay these good teachers. Then above all, we need also to understand that licensing teachers periodically is also too bad. A teacher earns very little, approximately 500, 600, 700, then he has to pay 150 to renew a certificate, a practicing certificate. Surely this is again hurting the institution. Yeah, because you just need to see how can you make a teacher who's earning peanuts to renew by paying, yet MPs who are earning 60 million, 50 million are not renewing their MPship. Yeah? Directors of different ministries who are earning millions of money, they are not renewing, they are not paying renewal. You understand? Now you look at a common teacher, a low paid teacher has to pay the 150. It means that government is looking at a source of income regardless of the welfare of these people. Then we also need to look at another factor. We lost so many teachers during COVID. We've not recovered them. Government closed the PTCs and NTCs. Today, tell me, we have a scarcity of teachers. Many schools are closing up because they don't have teachers. Even others, teachers are overwhelmed. You find a school with 2,000 children with around 20 teachers. Yeah? Yes. But again, we are putting up a way that they must go for a degree. Is it this the right time? What does it mean? How many of us would have their best children? If my daughter or son has scored AAA, that's a triple A, in A level, would I refer my daughter to go and do education? No. Would I make my daughter to go to do education? It implies that I will refer my daughter to another prestigious course. I will make this daughter not to take education. Meaning that they're now making education to be a reserve for those ones who have failed. Yet it would have been it would be the other way around. Because people are not feeling the prestige of serving in education. So meaning that to address the education challenges in this country, it needs a lot of critical thinking. We need great thinkers to help us strategize and see how we can transform our education sector. And lastly, right now we have an education review commission of Dr. Mushega. Why do we bring in policies when he's reviewing the education sector? Yes. That is actually a mismatch, and there is a problem with the Minister of Education in handling education challenges.
So we've seen Good Hope Nabulagala Primary School is one of the best private schools in Uganda. We've seen you've been facing a lot of challenges since COVID-19 and so much more. What are more of those challenges that you've been facing as the school?
When the inflation has hit us badly, when you look at the way the cost of living is from COVID to date, the cost of living is high. Two, you look at the unemployment. So many of our parents are unemployed. They were laid off during COVID and they have never been reinstated. So it's another challenge that we are facing. Then you look at the urban-rural migration, meaning that so many people are living in towns because of the harsh conditions. They are going to the villages, meaning that very many people are becoming poorer and living in towns. So meaning that we are getting frustrated as schools, including Nabulagala, that we are losing so many children due to the urban-rural migration. Then the taxes. Surely we are paying heavy taxes. We are paying over 14 taxes in this country, in the education sector. We have so many taxes, including income tax, property tax, local service tax. We have the trading license. We have actually the signpost tax. We have so many. The ground rent. We have a lot.
Haven't you tried complaining to the government about those taxes?
We've used all avenues, including meeting with the president. We've gone to parliament several times. We've met the URA team several times, but all in vain. We are only at the mercy of God.
The government introduced the new curriculum in Uganda. How is Good Hope Nabulagala trying to cope up with the new curriculum?
Actually, the new curriculum is for O level, that is lower secondary school. Primarily, what amuses us in Uganda, nursery we have an old curriculum, or what we call the learning framework. Primarily we have an old curriculum that was started in 2010. O level has a new curriculum. Then A level has an old curriculum, and university has an old curriculum. So meaning that after going through an old curriculum, a child goes a new curriculum and then goes back to the old curriculum. I don't know what the intention is and how it would help our children.
Exactly. So how is your school helping those children, the children you're having here, to prepare for the new curriculum?
Yeah, actually, we are introducing so many activities, the hands-on activities, such as the practical skills. We are skilling them. We are vocationalizing our education as a school. We are introducing vocational skills like tailoring, baking, then the computer skills, so that when they go into the secondary, they don't actually feel out of place.
Do you think that this new curriculum is going to benefit the students out there, or it's just a wastage of time?
It would, if handled well. It's one of the best curriculums. The problem is the implementation. And two, on the sad note, it's not actually continue at A level, meaning that all the learned knowledge stops at O level. So meaning that that's where we cannot measure whether it will take, it will have an impact or not.
So it is likely to not benefit the students or either way benefit them.
I doubt whether it will benefit them because there is no continuity. Yet learning is a continuity of continuous practice of the skills.
Don't you think it's even a way of maybe promoting a dropout out of Form 4? Because a student may say that I have a skill into something, let me drop out and continue with this skill.
It would be so good if those students could drop out and they have another option. Because today we have so many who drop out without any skill. However, do we have a way of tapping into those learned skills and develop them better? That's now a challenge. We've not actually invested a lot in the vocational skills. Yes.
What will be the challenges that would face this new curriculum?
The teachers were not well prepared or well trained. At the university they're taught in the old curriculum, and when they come to class they find a new curriculum. And yet teachers are part and parcel of a human learning. So meaning that if teachers are sub-trained or minimally trained in the new curriculum, that means that you don't expect children to exceed their teachers. Then they are poorer than the teachers. If today you give an examination to teachers in secondary schools O level about the new curriculum, you'll be shocked. You get the shock of your life. So meaning that expect the worst from the children.
We've seen most parents, some of them have denied or don't like the new curriculum. How have the parents been educated about this new curriculum?
Each school has got its own way of handling. Otherwise, government has not sensitized enough using the media houses to the parents. They also just hear. Now it is competency based. Now you see. The grading has changed. No failure, but even if a child has got E, when it means that he has failed, it only changes the name, but does not change the result. So meaning that some schools have handled it well. They have gone on to sensitize parents. Some schools have gone further to hire people from other countries that are using the same curriculum, like Kenya and Tanzania, to train their teachers because of the shortage of manpower in any CDC that trains these people.
Well, you've had him, the director and also the head teacher of Good Hope Navlagara Primary School. You're still on MX Media. Please go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. As we are winding up our show, what are your last remarks to anyone watching?
Actually, my last remark is one: Good Hope is still 6 for admission from use. So we have actually vacancies for all children in all classes except primary 7. And then 2, we need to pray for Uganda's education system because it needs critical thinkers to help us redeem the education sector. Otherwise, if all goes on the way it is, a disaster is likely to happen before we restore it back.
Thank you. You've had it all. You're still on MX Media. I'm Nalwa Ganashba, your host. Go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Visit us on Facebook and also on TikTok.